This is a miracle magical berry.
Properties of Sea Buckthorn are similar to that of Sanjeevani booty that was used by Sri Ram and Sri Lakshman ji.
We looked at some people and they were like looking about 55 years old, but they were actually about almost 70 years old.
Are there any specific health issues or disorders it helps with?
Omega-7 is found only in sea buckthorn. Here is the photo of the locals, how they're shaking the berries from the trees.
There were a few articles that said that sea buckthorn can reverse your age. How is that possible?
Sea buckthorn has got highest antioxidant value among fruit. Sea buckthorn has got more antioxidants, 48 times more than orange. Once you have our Biosash sea buckthorn juice, you'll not have any other. Ulcers are impacted and reduced with sea buckthorn.
Can you also tell us about the impact that sea buckthorn has on heart and liver specifically?
I assure you, you'll not need to go to a beauty parlor.
Okay, it's a bit sour.
It's very sour, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. Today's podcast is going to be a really interesting one because we will be learning and talking about sea buckthorn, the magical and miracle berry. Sea buckthorn has a lot of benefits to it. It is only recently that it has started to gain popularity. To talk about it, we have someone really special with us. We have with us Mr. Arjun Khanna, who is the founder of Biosash, and he's also known as the Sea Buckthorn Guru. He will be talking all about Sea Buckthorn, and you will get to learn a lot. And I am personally very excited. I hope that you guys are also excited. So sit tight and get some popcorn maybe and enjoy this podcast. First of all, sir, a big welcome to you. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. Before starting this podcast, I did not really hear a lot about sea buckthorn.
Okay.
So I was doing my research on it. And while I was doing my research, I found some mind-blowing facts on it. Some call it the superfood, some call it the magical berries, some call it a magical fruit. There have been multiple legendary tales on it as well.
Yes.
So there some sayings goes like Pegasus took the sea buckthorn juice to gain power, and some say that the properties of sea buckthorn are similar to that of Sanjeevani booty that was used by Sri Ram and Sri Lakshman ji. And as someone who is interested so much into health and wellness, me too, I'm so excited to go on with this discussion, and I'm so happy that our audience who is watching this will be learning more from you. You will be imparting the knowledge further on to them.
Yes.
So I'm really excited.
Same here, actually. Sea buckthorn has been made aware very recently. Also in the West is getting more aware. It was covered by Vogue magazine very recently for health and beauty. So that is a very good development because now, because of that, all the ladies who are beauty conscious will know about it.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my first question. Just tell us, what is sea buckthorn in simple words?
So sea buckthorn is actually a small orange berry. Tiny is what I'll call it.
Okay.
And it grows in high altitudes, say above 10,000 feet. And because it is growing in such high altitude, it has to survive the harsh climate. Temperatures range from minus 40 to plus 40. So in order to survive, it sends its roots down to 100 feet to pull nutrition for its own survival.
Okay.
So each and every part of the plant today has been researched is full of beneficial things for human beings. Omega-3, 6, 7, 9, multivitamins, minerals, antioxidants, flavonoids. So that's why it has all of these properties, but it's trying to survive, sending its roots down and pulling the nutrition.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I heard somewhere that you are known as the Sea Buckthorn Guru in India. Tell me more about that. How did that happen?
Well, I guess people may call me that because I have given my life to sea buckthorn now. I've been working with it for more than 22 years.
Wow.
And we are the pioneers who exported it out to the US first. We developed a wide range of products. We have more than 180 products with Sea Buckthorn today.
Wow.
They're targeting lifestyle issues, cosmetics, foods, hygiene, all types of things we have got, soaps, shampoos, many things we have got. So I guess perhaps because of that, people are thinking that, I know something about Sea Buckthorn.
That's great. So, sir, how did you find out about Sea Buckthorn? How did you know that there is such thing that exists? And how did you discover it in India?
Very interesting. Actually, we were on a holiday. We had gone to Ladakh. Now, let me tell you something about Ladakh, how beautiful it is. Pre-independence, you could only go by foot. And, there was an ancient Buddhist kingdom to the north called Yarkand. And south was India. East was Tibet and China. And west was Kashmir. And Leh was a melting pot of culture. Leh Bazaar was famous hundreds of years ago, being on the Silk Route. So we were on a holiday and, we landed up there in 2004. And, we took a flight and all you could see was snow-capped mountains and nothing green, nothing grows there whatsoever. So we landed and we were talking to some people and we were told that there's a village where people don't grow old. And we thought, how is this possible? It's not possible. So we probed and when we went there, we looked at some people and they were like looking about 55 years old. But they were actually about almost 70 years old. And we got curious, what's going on? I mean, what do you have? What do you eat? And when we talked to them further and we found that some older people are working in the field and those are their parents. That was even more shocking. And they had wrinkles, yes, but their faces were glowing, shining, they were almost pink. And our curiosity started from there. And after probing a lot, we asked and we found that the only thing they're doing differently is that they have this little bear, they called it, called Shashta Lulu in their local lingo.
Okay.
So we have this Shashta Lulu, they said, we make juice out of it, we make this pickle out of it, and we have it over the year. After finding out more, we found out what's the Latin name, and then that's how we discovered that this is a miracle magical berry called Sea Buckthorn.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So, tell me more about the history of Sea Buckthorn. Where is it just India that grows Sea Buckthorn? Are there any other countries that grow it? And why is it associated so much with Leh and Ladakh?
Yes, so high altitudes. It grows in high altitudes in the mountains. So Leh obviously is the most accessible part where we can find it. I mean, it grows in 15,000 or more hectares and it's growing wild. Of course, abroad also you get it. You get it again in high altitude regions like in Germany, certain parts of Greece, Finland, Canada. And if you come to the east, you get it in Mongolia, you get it in China, you get it in Russia. You get it in Japan also, I guess, a little bit, But these are the areas where you get it. In India, the most concentrated location is Leh Ladakh.
Leh Ladakh.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, while I was doing my research again, I read an article which said that the soldiers of Indian Army,
Yes.
they are recommended to use Sea Buckthorn juice.
Yes, of course.
And especially the soldiers who are working at higher altitudes. Can you elaborate? Why is that?
Yes, DRDO has done a lot of research on Sea Buckthorn. And they have found that its multiple properties help people in high altitudes, because one of the properties is that it tones up all organs of your body. And in high altitude where there's less oxygen, with each breath which you take, you are able to metabolize more oxygen. So this is one of the facts which people don't really understand or know, that when your body is working better, with each breath you're able to pull in more oxygen in a place where there's less oxygen anyway.
Correct.
And then your fitness is impacted and your health is impacted, you're stronger, fitter. So that's why they have recommended. In fact, I came across some senior army people who, in the remotest areas, they have, during the season, they are plucking it and just eating it just like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's quite nice.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me a little more about the health benefits that are associated with Sea Buckthorn? And are there any specific health issues or disorders it helps with? Or people just in general should add it to their lifestyle?
Yes, so it's going to have a long answer, and part of it is going back to the story where we first discovered it. In Leh, we found there was only one Sonam Norbu hospital because people were not falling sick. So there was no need for a hospital. So when we got curious, we found out one by one. We started finding out what this berry does. So we find that it's got 190 bioactive compounds comprising of all the 4 omegas, which is the essential fatty acids. No other plant in the world has got all the 4 except sea buckthorn, which is omega 3, 6, very rare omega 7 and 9. Omega 7 is found only in sea buckthorn. So this, then you have 14 vitamins and minerals. You have got 42 lipids, 36 types of flavonoids and minerals, antioxidants. So it's very, very diverse spectrum of nutrition. So a person who is normally healthy cannot get this sort of a spectrum from his diet. For example, we are given the concept of having calories. Where does it reach omega 3? It doesn't reach. Nutritionists may explain to you, you have a balanced diet, which is dal, proteins, carbohydrates, rotis or rice, vitamins, vegetables, and that's supposed to be a balanced diet. But where does the omega 3 go? Where does it come from? Where does the 6 come from? Where does 7 come from? Where does the 9 come from? Where do all the antioxidants come from? Have some fruit, they say. But which fruit? So you cannot get the wide spectrum of nutrition from a normal diet. And the beauty is that you need this. Your body needs it on a daily basis.
Correct.
You can't store it. You need it daily. So everybody should have it. And why they should have it, I will elaborate as we go on. Coming to your question on specific lifestyle issues, the properties which sea buckthorn has impacts, I'll start from your skin to your respiration, your heart, your liver, your pancreas, your joints because of inflammation. It impacts every part of your body.
Wow.
Because it is working on a cellular level. So when it works on a cellular level, all your organs are toned up. And it helps you recover from illness faster.
So like they say, it's an actual magical berry.
Yes, miracle berry.
Miracle berry.
Yes.
Right.
In Europe, it's called the beauty berry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because of the impact it has on skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So coming to the history part about historically what is sea buckthorn, you'll be surprised that the Greek king Alexander the Great gave his horses sea buckthorn for strength. And in fact, the Latin name of sea buckthorn is Hippophae rhamnoides. Hippos is horse, phase is shiny. So when the horses had sea buckthorn, they were strong and they had a shiny coat of hair. So the Greeks named this plant Hippophase.
Wow.
So shining horse.
Got it.
So that's the legend with the Greek king. And then there's a legend with Genghis Khan, the Mongolian ruler. It seems that legend has it that he was able to ride 24 hours non-stop without stopping, pausing his horses, to rotate the horses. They used to also give their horses this. And it's recorded in the legends, that there was this plant which used to give to the horses. And of course, it grows very, very widely in Mongolia. So that's the second part. Of course, they say Sanjeevani Booty in India is nothing but sea buckthorn. So that's the history part of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So moving on, sir, I just want to know, were you guys the first one to set up the commercial unit for sea buckthorn?
Yes, interestingly enough, we were the first to set up a unit in Leh. And there's a very funny story behind that, because when we thought we'll do a lot of work in sea buckthorn, and we got an export order for about 200 tons. And we were excited. We set up a small little unit with the help of the locals, of course. And now we wanted, when the season was coming up, we wanted them to come and pick the berries and bring it to us. So we advertised in the local radio, All India Radio, for them to come and have a meeting in our unit and start working. Nobody came. Then we wondered what to do, so we involved the panchayats and the gaon buddhas, the headmen, and we said, listen, please come, we will explain to you what we intend to do, and your coming and going, the expenses, we will pay for that so that, nothing goes out of your pocket. And, we had a lunch gathering over there. Luckily for us, about 300 people came, and we were able to explain what we wanted. And, we said that whatever berries you get for us, you'll be weighed then and there, and we will pay cash for it.
Okay.
That's how it started the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, because otherwise we would have been, sunk with a big order and no berries.
That's so good. That's such a great story.
So that's how it started the first year. Yeah.
It's amazing how you initiated it and brought it to people's awareness.
Yes.
That's great.
So this I'm talking 2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
And at that time, I really think that rarely anyone knew about
Nobody
Sea
knew about
Buckthorn.
Sea Buckthorn. What is Sea Buckthorn? Nobody knew. In fact, all those people who are doing the work of Sea Buckthorn today are doing so because of the awareness we have spread. They have all come and seen and, wanted to jump onto the Sea Buckthorn bandwagon, so to speak.
That's great.
Yeah.
On that note, your company, Biosash, also got the blessings from Dalai Lama. So
Yes.
I would love to know more about that story.
Yeah, so His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we had requested for an audience because one year what had happened was that the area is predominantly Buddhist, and some people were apprehensive that they didn't want any insects to die while we were doing the berry picking. So we explained to them that no, it's not like that. It's even when you're doing normal vegetable harvesting, you're not intentionally doing any harm to any insects. And microbes, anyway, you can't see. So we explained our position, and we thought that we would, be better if we, explained to His Holiness as well, who's the spiritual head. And he did grant us an audience. In fact, here is my father, receiving blessings from His Holiness, the Dalai Lama.
Wow.
And there are products which we had shown him, and he, understood that we were in the far off place. There are some tea packets and products of us lying there, and he understood that we had come from Delhi and we had set up a plant there, and then we were going to take this and take it down to Delhi and process it and make health products and spread the awareness of this holy fruit. And he appreciated the effort we were doing, and he said to us, "You're doing a wonderful job because we explained that in 20 days the locals get enough income for the whole year. So you're getting income, the area is developing economically, you're making health products for everybody's good." So he said to us, "I bless your effort." So we were very fortunate in receiving the blessings from His Holiness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question on that note would be, the next best achievement that you guys got was being covered by the USA Town and Country magazine.
Yes, that was again something which was very fortunate because of the huge export we did. Now we are sending say 200 tons a year to the US, and it's being consumed as a juice and cosmetics and things like that. So I guess these gentlemen wanted to see where is this coming from and what is this all about? What is this Sea Buckthorn berry all about? Though they knew the properties. So I have got a part of that article which I can show you. So this gentleman called Lawrence Osborne and Christopher Wise. Christopher Wise was the photographer, and they wrote this article called "The Groves of Eternal Youth." And this is what the Sea Buckthorn picture. This is right there in Ladakh. Both these gentlemen had come, and I remember taking them around. So, for example, here is the photo of the locals, how they're shaking the berries from the trees. And they have covered the entire process. They've covered our entire journey, our story. They covered our meeting with the Dalai Lama. They've, covered how we process it, how we harvest it, what are the processes we do, and, what are the other types of superfruit. They've even talked about that. And here are some of the pictures of our processing plant where, the berry is being sorted and cleaned and processed. So they did a huge coverage of 7 pages in that article. They came in 2011 and they published it in Jan 2012, Town and Country magazine, USA. So this was great for us. More than anything, it, documents our journey. way back in 2012. Now it's anyway almost 13, 14 years even since then.
Again, I mean, this is so big that other countries are recognizing your work and documenting your entire journey. I
Yes,
think
it was very nice of them. The curiosity level was intense. And I remember my father saying that, I can make skin creams that will make any 50-year-old look like a 30-year-old. And they tried, they tried the juices and they tried our creams. And it's written in the article that he did feel there was a big difference
Wow.
when he left. In a week's time, he felt like his skin was much better. And he felt like there was a glow on his skin. So they did experience that and they wrote about it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, on the same note, when you mentioned that it made him look from a 60-year-old to a 30-year-old. So while I was doing my research, I found out that there were a few articles that said that Sea Buckthorn can reverse your age. Now, you tell me if it's a myth or a fact, and if it's a fact, then how is that possible?
So it's true. There are many ways in which sea buckthorn works. Firstly, let me explain to you the concept of oxygen radical absorption capacity of a fruit. When we breathe, when we eat, while we are moving around, there is a metabolism happening in our body. So when you metabolize something, you use oxygen and the residue is called free radical. The free radicals attack your cells. They cause cell damage. So you need antioxidants to neutralize those free radicals.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, sea buckthorn has got highest antioxidant value among fruit. So that's called the ORAC value, oxygen radical absorption capacity. To give you an example, we have common fruit like oranges. Sea buckthorn has got more antioxidants, 48 times more than oranges.
Wow.
927 times more than apricot, 128 times more than bananas, and 156 times more than mangoes. So that's the power of the antioxidant which it's got. Now, when you are, supposing in a polluted environment, pollution is being breathed by you literally. So more free radicals are being produced than the antioxidants in your body can neutralize. Because you're not getting it from a diet anyway. So in comes sea buckthorn. And you have that burst of antioxidants and energy and nutrition, which neutralizes the free radicals.
Wow.
So what happens now is, imagine, some people look much older than their age. And some people look much younger than their age. So those people who are looking older than their age, the first problem is that the free radicals produced are attacking their cells. And there is something called telomeres,
Okay.
which are the caps at the end of your DNA strands, which control aging and longevity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the nutrition which you get directly impacts them. So, for example, the omega-3, 6, 7, and 9, which are essential fatty acids, impact your telomeres. There is a study in an American university which they did on 138 subjects. They divided those subjects into two groups. To one group, they gave omega-3 supplementation. To the other, they did not.
Okay.
And they found that the group which had the supplement, their cortisol levels were 19% lower. Their anti-inflammatory compounds were 33% lower.
Wow.
And on the other hand, the group which didn't have the omega-3, which had a placebo, their telomerase, which is an enzyme which makes the telomeres longer rather than doesn't let them go shorter, they had 25% less telomerase enzyme and they had 20% less pro-inflammatory marker. Their anti-inflammatory markers were higher. So obviously the group which had the supplements were aging less.
Wow.
So the telomeres again, if they are longer, you will look younger. If they become shorter faster, you will look older than your age. Naturally.
Right.
Yeah. Logically.
Right.
So here I will ask you, what do you think is my age?
I think maybe in 40s.
So now here, I have been having Sea Buckthorn for almost 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And if I told you that I'm going to be 60, what will you say?
No way.
So here is my driving license.
Oh, wow.
The date of birth on that driving license is 29th of March 1967.
Wow, that was so unexpected.
So that is what I'm trying to say is the power of a small, tiny little sea buckthorn berry.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the first thing which tells you that it literally reverses aging. There are more points which I will explain to you. The second is inflammation.
Okay.
When you're getting older, again, those antioxidants are not sufficient. Free radicals are, scavenging you. So inflammation becomes very high. So all those joint aches, pains, etc., trouble you. Thirdly, even this burst of nutrition, helps in reducing DNA and cellular damage.
Wow.
These are all research points. I'm not just conjuring them up. There's scientific research to back all this. Another very important thing is that when you get this burst of antioxidants, omegas, vitamins, minerals, again, it's natural. It's not a chemical supplement. It's all natural. So what happens is that, it nourishes your mucous membranes. Now, mucous membranes are the most important thing in your body. It's under your skin. Your eyes,
Right.
they don't feel like sandpaper every time you blink because of the hydration there.
Correct.
Your mouth is, it's moist all the time because otherwise, it's your mucous membrane which is moist. So this way, this is what is hydrated.
Right.
And the mucous membrane actually is the way the body's defense mechanism works. All the antibodies and the nutrients travel through the mucus.
Okay.
So if your mucus is damaged, you are in a bad way. People don't know this.
Right.
Another thing it does is it supports your gut. Gut is trending. Everybody's talking about their gut today. So the beneficial flora of your gut is supported by sea buckthorn.
Wow.
Your gut barrier is made stronger. So the toxins don't leach into your blood from the intestines. That can be disastrous if that happens. And I've already talked to you about the telomeres.
Right.
So that is something which, again, nobody knows about.
So I think sea buckthorn really promotes the overall healing of your body then.
Yes, by keeping you healthy. If you are healthy, if your body is able to fight off pathogens which is coming in and, stopping illness before it starts, you are healthy.
Right.
But if you're already ill, it also impacts that way. For example, omega-7.
Right.
Everybody is, talking about omega-7. People, again, don't know that omega-7, I think, was discovered at Harvard Medical School, and they even wanted to have a patent on it. People suffer from something which is called metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is basically when you go in a blood test and you find that, my cholesterol is gone high, or my sugar levels are elevated, or my inflammatory marker is elevated, or even if you don't have a blood test, you find, a lot of Indian men, they have a tummy issue. They have an apple in the tummy.
Correct.
It's like apple obesity, it's called. So that is a rampant issue. Then you have, people tending towards diabetes and joint aches and pains. So this is the start of metabolic syndrome. What omega-7 does is that it actually reverses the process. And how it does it, I will just tell you. For example, if your LDL cholesterol, which is supposed to be low, is high, it will reduce it.
Okay.
Your HDL cholesterol, which is your good cholesterol, it's supposed to be high. But if it is low, it will make it high. If you have elevated sugar level, it will control that. It will reduce your insulin resistance. It will help you like that. So even your body weight around your belly will go down. There are studies which show that, athletes on omega-3, they are able to reduce belly fat faster. And what omega-7 does, it actually sends a direct signal to your brain to stop storing fat. So as soon as that happens, it impacts your fat structure and you don't store it anymore and you lose weight.
Got it.
Now, all of this is natural. You're not having any statins which give you side effects. You're not having any tablets which give you side effects. So all of it is natural.
Got it.
Yeah.
So this brings me to my next question. So you also mentioned that it's when you are exposed to pollution and high air quality, to those people, Sea Buckthorn can help. Just tell us a little more about people who are living in metropolitan cities where AQI is crossing all its limits. How can adding Sea Buckthorn to their lifestyle help them?
So it's very simple, supposing let's just take the example of air pollution. You're breathing in the air, which now your body has to filter out all the
Correct.
toxins. You're in the process of metabolism. Oxidation is happening. Free radicals are being produced very fast. And you don't have anything which has got an antioxidant to neutralize that. In comes Sea Buckthorn, which has got the required amount of antioxidants to neutralize those free radicals. So the effect of pollution directly is felt on your skin.
Correct.
You find that you ingest it and you find a lot of people in Delhi, they have got, there's a gray circle here and there's a gray circle here.
Right.
And I think majority of people today, especially younger people and older people, children and elderly get affected first.
Right.
They have this issue.
Got it.
So when this is again a sign that you're aging faster because those free radicals are troubling you because of the pollution. So you have the supplement, the wide range of flavonoids and antioxidants will immediately start coming into play to help you sort it out. So you will feel, if you have a Sea Buckthorn of a good quality, you will feel the difference within 7 days. That's why I say that once you have our Biosash Sea Buckthorn juice, you'll not have any other, because you will get the results within 7 days.
So for sure, I'll be ordering it today for me and my entire family.
Good to hear that.
Because I think pollution has been affecting everyone so much, especially in the metropolitan areas, Delhi, Mumbai, Noida.
Yes, everywhere. And I would say anyway people must have it, because in your diet you don't get it.
Right, correct.
If you make it the normal part of your diet, it will be a huge, huge preventive. Yeah.
So sir, in comparison to other superfoods that we have, like moringa and chia seeds, how do you think Sea Buckthorn is different?
So, even though moringa and chia seeds and even acai, goji, mangosteen, noni, even though these are all very good foods and they have got a lot of nutrition, but they do not have the wide spectrum which Sea Buckthorn has. For example, the wide range of vitamins and minerals which Sea Buckthorn has, they don't have. And also omegas, they have generally 2 omegas.
Okay.
Yeah, each of them may have 2, maximum 3. Well, however, Sea Buckthorn is the only one with all the 4 omegas and the rare omega 7. Also vitamin B12, only Sea Buckthorn has, the others do not. So in this respect, I think it's a complete food.
Right.
Yeah, much more than any other which I know of.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it has more, you would say, the omega, everything is there.
Yes, everything widely, the wide spectrum of nutrition, so whether it's omega essential fatty acids, whether it is vitamins, whether it is minerals, whether it's amino acids, whether it's flavonoids, all of these are found in abundance in Sea Buckthorn.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. Now, this brings me to my next question. So, I'm a big fitness freak, and I'm sure that there are many people who pay a lot of attention to their fitness, who work out, who go for running. So, for these people, how do you think Sea Buckthorn can help them if they are adding it to their lifestyle?
Well, there are studies already available which have been done on athletes, and the impact which omega-3 and essential fatty acids have on athletes when you're working out. There's a study on omega-3 in Australian Nutritional Physiology.
Okay.
They have studied it on subjects, and they find that when you are on omega-3 supplementation, it is you are able to build muscle faster and you're able to reduce belly fat faster.
Okay.
Yeah, and we only talk about omega-3. We're not even bringing in omega-7 till now. Athletes, when they were doing bench press, they improved their bench press. Their running times improved. Their jumping farther improved. And inflammation and muscle soreness came down.
Wow.
So these are tested things. Then I would like to go forward and explain to you why this happens. When you're pushing your body to the limit and you're taking Sea Buckthorn, your metabolism improves. When your metabolism improves and the oxygen which you are breathing, you are able to metabolize more of that. With each breath, for example, I'm taking a deep breath. Like that, I will be able to pull in more oxygen for my needs at that time when I'm pushing myself.
Got it.
Yeah, and that's one. Number two, any activity which we do which is stressful, whether it is physical or mental, produces cortisol.
Right.
And what neutralizes cortisol? Sea buckthorn's nutrients and antioxidants neutralize cortisol. So you can imagine how much it impacts. Again, sea buckthorn contains something called PS, phosphatidylserine. It's an enzyme which directly breaks down cortisol.
Okay.
Yeah. So it protects your body from tissue breakdown by cortisol. It protects your body with that.
Wow.
So this is something like, an amazing array of benefits. Now let's go to, all those weightlifters.
Right.
You want to, lift more and more weight so that your, muscles get bigger and stronger.
Correct.
So you're having protein powders and you're doing all types of things. But unfortunately, if you don't have amino acids, you cannot synthesize those proteins into muscle. Amino acids in Sea Buckthorn, which are almost 21 of them, directly help you break down those proteins through amino acids into muscle. So all that pumping would be of no value if you didn't have those amino acids.
Correct.
So that is something, and this has got, branch chain amino acids tested on athletes for muscle tissue, growth, repair, pump, and recovery.
Wow.
All four. So this has also been tested.
That's great. So, sir, you mentioned cortisol a lot, and from what I have heard about cortisol, it's also known as the stress hormone. So, can we say that if Sea Buckthorn is helping with reducing cortisol, do you think it can also play a role in improving our mental well-being?
Yes, Sea Buckthorn has something called 5-HTP, hydroxytryptophan,
Okay.
which impacts your serotonin, which is your mood elevating hormone.
Wow.
The army has tested it on their soldiers in high altitudes and have found 67% improvement in moods and decrease in depression. So directly it impacts your mental well-being.
Wow. So you can say that it has an impact on both your physical and mental health.
Yes, it does.
Now let's move on to the skin health that Sea Buckthorn can help with.
Okay.
Especially from a women's perspective, I would say.
Yeah.
I would love to know how can it actually impact your skin and female's overall health.
The entire spectrum of nutrition of omega-3, 6, 7, 9, then your antioxidants, as well as your vitamins and minerals, your vitamin E, vitamin C, it's all there in Sea Buckthorn. In fact, there are vitamins which we may not have heard about also which are present, because you don't know about a vitamin K and I don't know about a vitamin P, but it's there. Now, what does this do for skin? They say that, beauty happens from within. If you're healthy,
Right.
it'll show on your face. You'll have a natural glow. So all that money which you would otherwise spend on the beauty parlor would not be needed, right?
Right.
And anyway, you spend a lot of money, you don't think twice about spending $5,000 on a evening in the beauty parlor.
Correct.
And this shot of Sea Buckthorn hardly costs 20-30 rupees. Have it every day and you never need to go to the beauty parlor.
Right.
How does it impact, from a woman's perspective, skin health? There is beta carotene, there's cantaxanthin, there's lutein. All these things prevent aging. I explained to you that omega-3 and omega-6 and omega-7 and 9 nourish the mucous membranes.
Right.
Mucous membranes are all underneath your skin. So when it's nourished, when your mucous membranes are nourished with that huge burst of nutrition, your mucous membranes are hydrated. So when there's hydration, the skin slightly plumps.
Right.
When it plumps, what happens? Wrinkles vanish. So any person who's having a problem of excessive wrinkles actually is suffering from poor hydration of mucous membrane, poor nutrition. So when you give them the required nutrition, the poor mucus gets hydrated, it plumps your skin, and presto, no wrinkles.
Got it.
First. Secondly, all that impact in your organs, unable to detoxify, your organs start working better. They start detoxing faster. So all your dark circles start vanishing. And there's a lot of those dark circles in all these metros today. Because of the pollution, there's a lot of dark circles. You can see most children, most women, most men have it.
Right.
Within a week, it will impact your dark circles. Dry skin, dark circles. It'll give you soft, supple, glowing skin. It will nourish the mucous membranes. And not only that, there's another side effect of sea buckthorn is it impacts your hair as well. So if your hair is falling, within 3 days, I'm telling you, if you have the juice and the sea buckthorn oil capsule, within 3 days, you will find a noticeable difference in your hair fall. And there have been studies using only omega-3, but we are giving you 3, 6, 7, and 9, using only omega-3 where there is a 89% difference in hair fall. There's a 86% difference in making your hair softer, and there's a 86 or 85% difference in making them shinier.
Oh, wow.
These are tested figures. So looking at it from that point of view, it's very clear that it's got a huge impact on skin and beauty. And Vogue magazine of the UK has just covered all the benefits of sea buckthorn in their issue recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
If I tell my mom about this, she will order it right now. She is always talking about how she can make her hair better, skin
Yes.
better.
So and we have a way we do this which impacts you fast.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so can you tell us how your brand Biosash is different from other brands?
Well, first and foremost, we have a unique patented process by which we process the sea buckthorn, and we are only the second company in the world to have filed for a patent like this. The first is a Chinese company, second is us, there's nobody else. With that process, we ensure the preservation of nutrition in our products. Secondly, we are using only certified organic sea buckthorn. Thirdly, very recently, we've been awarded for quality standardization and regularization by Associated Chamber of Commerce and Industry for Best Nutrition Brand of the Year for Women as a runner-up in 2023. So that is, of course, a big boost to our self, because although we're not looking for awards, but it's nice to be recognized.
I mean, of course.
So this just goes to show that we are very serious. We have our own research and development. We are pioneers. We have been exporting since 2005. We are the first to have set up in India, and we are the first to have exported it out as well. Like yoga, sea buckthorn has gone to the West, and now we've brought it back.
Right.
Yeah, and along the way, I think we are making sure that we ensure quality.
Right. So you mentioned a lot of benefits for women, including skin health and gut health and whatnot. Are there any other specific ways, especially for women, in which sea buckthorn can help?
Yes, today you find the incidence of various health issues going up in women. I think that is direct result of women coming into the workplace. Earlier you had them only looking at the home. Now you have them juggling the home, juggling work, juggling children.
Correct.
Now, the biggest problem is that stress on women has gone up. So the cortisol release actually is causing all these problems. And at the same time, the lack of nutrition, the wide spectrum of nutrition which is required for you to stay healthy is missing. So when you have sea buckthorn, we have got testimonials from people who have used our products. Even your PCOD, PCOS, things like that, for which there are various procedures which are very complicated and
Right.
troublesome. Even these things are getting very simply sorted out just by having sea buckthorn twice or thrice a day.
Wow.
So this is something we have, developed. We have developed a sea buckthorn juice with a turmeric oil, which is doing very, very well in this. Then another thing we found that, because of stress, people are getting ulcers. Women are also getting a lot of ulcers.
Right.
And that also is impacted directly with sea buckthorn. Your digestion and your ulcers, there are researches to prove this, that ulcers are impacted and reduced with sea buckthorn. Thirdly, we find that, there is something that women are suffering from, which is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This is because of the change in eating habits. They don't have time to spend and, in the kitchen and get the normal food organized like they used to. So things are happening on the move.
Right.
And because of that, you're having more fatty foods and you're not getting the spectrum of nutrition that you need. Over here, especially since we are talking about women, I want to point out a very important fact which we need to address, because it is the major factor causing disease in our country today. Do you know that vegetable oil plays a significant part in biological synthesis? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, what it actually means is that when your vegetable oil doesn't have any omega-3 or 6 or 7 or 9, you are weakening your blood vessels and you are building up something which is arterial plaque. When you weaken your blood vessels, you are disturbing the natural blood clotting process of your body. You are lowering your immunity and you are encouraging atherosclerosis. What is atherosclerosis? Nothing but hardening of your arteries, which leads to plaque and blockages and heart disease. A simple thing like your vegetable oil. And unfortunately, people are not using cold processed vegetable oil. One must use cold processed vegetable oil for cooking only. Because when you don't do that, the transport and oxidation of cholesterol stops. Vegetable oil with omega 3, 6, 7, 9 is transporting and oxidizing cholesterol and fat. And when that doesn't happen, you're not getting the nutrition which you need from your oil. It's actually accumulating in your liver.
Right.
It's accumulating and causing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And I think more than 60% of people are suffering from this today, because everybody is into refined stuff.
Right.
So this is another impact we found, and women are more prone to this somehow. The third thing which we found is that if you analyze the incidence of rise of types of cancers in women, what omega-3 supplementation, which has been found to have been proved that omega-3 supplementation does help in this. And here we have got all the 4 essential fatty acids. And it can be a very, very strong preventive for women.
So you pointed out some very common issues in women.
Yes.
PCOD,
Yes,
PCOS,
yes.
ulcers.
Very common it is, yeah.
So I really hope that some people who are watching this, it can help someone. Can you also tell us about the impact that sea buckthorn has on heart and liver specifically?
Yes, like I was saying, omega-3 directly impacts your cardiac vessels, your arteries. It makes them soft and supple, and because of that, it prevents the deposit of plaque inside. So that's the first impact. Heart tissue is impacted, heart muscle is impacted. Then your membrane fluidity is impacted, because your omega-7 and your hydration of mucous membranes, the membrane fluidity is impacted.
Right.
Then you have that the omega-7 reduces the LDL, which should stay low. It increases the HDL, which should stay high. So that's the lipids are impacted. So heart health, vascular elasticity, all of it is impacted by sea buckthorn. So your heart functions better literally.
Wow.
And that's why it impacts blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, it will reduce your blood pressure as well. And as far as liver, I just explained to you about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
Right.
For women, it applies to men as well. And in case you are having alcohol on a regular basis, it's even more important for you to have sea buckthorn on a more than regular basis. Because I'm not saying you have alcohol, but if you can avoid it, great. But if you must have it, please supplement with sea buckthorn because it will directly help in your body detoxing.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, I'll be
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Now, talking about sea buckthorn specifically, can you tell us which part of the plant is actually useful?
So, which part you said is good for in sea buckthorn? I will say that, I'll just show you. We have got this fresh berry all the way from Ladakh to show you what it looks like. So you can see there are some orange ones, there are some dark orangish reddish ones, there are some
Right.
green ones. So this is what the berry looks like. It's so tiny. So when you dry it, this is what happens. This, you get this dried berry over here. These you can taste, and they are little khatta types. This is of course very khatta. And these are the seeds. From these seeds we CO2 extract the seed oil, and we make these pure vegetarian capsules out of the seeds. And these are very high in omega-3.
Okay.
Of course, it has got the full spectrum of omegas. This is very high in omega-3, which directly impacts your skin and heart.
Right.
And those are the leaves over there which we use to have green tea. You can
Okay.
have green tea with that, or just boil the leaves and drink them. That's full of flavonoids and even omegas.
Okay.
And this is the powder of the dried berry. When this berry is powdered, that's the powder you get. So these are the 4-5 forms. And then we have this juice, which I will just pour for you, and you can try it. I've got this small shot glass, and I think we'll need a little bit of water.
Oh, okay.
So I have poured some of this concentrated juice for you.
Okay.
Just take a sip without adding water and see
Right.
what you think about it.
Okay. I'm a bit scared.
Yeah, just a bit.
Okay. It's a bit sour.
It's very sour, yeah. And this is the quality which should be there in your sea buckthorn juice. It should be sour, yeah.
Okay.
Because that shows that it's got its nutritional
Right.
profile right. And now I'll add some water, and then you can have a shot of that. Oops, yeah, that's good. You can try that.
Way better.
Way better.
Way better.
Yes, of course.
This is drinkable.
Yeah,
And that one was a little sour.
yeah.
But yes, it's
So,
good.
so now that 10 ml shot takes care of your nutrition needs for the day.
Okay.
But since you're a lady and conscious of skin, hair, and nails, then you need to have one of these capsules of sea buckthorn seed oil
Okay.
along with it. That contains the nutrition, the juice contains the nutrition of the berry, and the seed oil capsule contains the nutrition of the seed.
Right.
So you get the full 190 spectrum,
Wow.
which you otherwise would miss out on. And I assure you, you'll not need to go to a beauty parlor because your skin and hair and nails are taken care of, and your
Great.
internal organs as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So I expected it to be a little maybe bitter, but it is absolutely drinkable, and
Yes.
yeah, you can easily have it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to the next question that I have for you.
Yeah.
Your brand, Biosash, is focused also on sustainable development.
Yes.
And recently received a Farmers Welfare Award.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little more about that?
So, we, since we are the pioneers of sea buckthorn harvesting in Leh Ladakh since 20 plus years, we had to educate the people involved
Right.
how to go about the process of berry picking without damaging the bushes,
Right.
so that those bushes could again grow and sustain, and there was no damage really to the area. So in order to do that, we used very simple traditional methods. Now, of course, there are many tools which have come, but we still do not encourage cutting. So we would prefer that the berries are shaken off, and for this early morning or last thing in the night is the best time. They fall off easier. Again, not many people know this, but that's the best time for the picking of the berries.
Oh, okay.
So we try and do that. So our efforts were recognized by Indian Society of Horticultural Research and Development, and we were awarded 2 years in a row a Puraskar for that purpose. And of course, it makes you feel good.
Right. Of course, it should.
Yeah. So I'll just show you that award. So that's the certificate from the Indian Society of Horticultural Research. which is giving this Gangotri Udyamita Puruskar 2021 and then 2022 to
Wow.
us. And well, we've been doing this for more than 20 years now.
That's amazing and that's huge.
Yeah.
So you also call yourself the immunity boosting company.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, there's a little story which is more of a tragedy behind this. My father in 2012 was diagnosed with fourth stage lung cancer. And at that time, it was incurable. So we were taken aback because he was given only 1 to 3 months to live. And we said, this is not going to work.
Right.
And though we had to opt for chemotherapy and all that, we put him on a diet of sea buckthorn juice and capsules, apart from the Ayurvedic diet, which we had knowledge of since we were into herbal medicine manufacture. To cut a long story short, because of the huge immunity boost he got, he didn't suffer a day of pain, because lung cancer patients towards the end, they have a very painful death.
Right.
Even morphine cannot control the pain. He didn't have a day of pain, and his immunity was strong enough to overcome a huge part of that disease.
Right.
Because of the sea buckthorn. And he lived for 2 years, pain-free, with a good quality of life. Eventually, he died of a heart attack. He didn't die of cancer.
Oh, okay.
So, using that huge knowledge and experience of the power of sea buckthorn, I thought that we must do something which creates more value, because it's not just sea buckthorn which is going to keep you cancer free. You have to incorporate a lifestyle which is chemical free.
Right.
So in order to do that, what I did was that, we developed, I started thinking that what happens when you get up in the morning? You go and brush your teeth. But when you look at the toothpaste, you will find SLES. SLES is liquid soap.
Okay.
So you're actually putting liquid soap in your mouth. Then you'll find parabens, you'll find fluoride, you'll find chemicals. All that is going into your mouth every single day. So we developed a toothpaste free from parabens, free from harmful chemicals, free from fluoride, using sea buckthorn, and we made it chemical free so that you don't ingest something into your mouth first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you take a step further. You want to have a cup of tea. So we give you tea which is organic, and the other green tea in it is sourced from Himachal, from organic farms.
Right.
So that's a green tea. Then you go another step further and you take a shot of your juice, and you get another boost of nutrition. Then you want to wash your hands. So you don't want to use chemical soaps. So you use 100% natural soap. So we give you that as well, a sea buckthorn 100% natural soap. Or a soap using beeswax and honey, which is again natural.
Right.
So we did natural soaps. Then we thought, why not do natural shampoos? So we did natural sea buckthorn shampoos. Then how about a natural hair oil? Why don't you use a sea buckthorn hair oil? How about a hair serum or a hair and scalp serum? So we got all of that, and we got a full range of creams
Wow.
and scrubs and hygiene products and foods, so that you try and live as chemical free as you can. So
Right.
that's why we call ourselves that.
That's so great. You have a wide range of a bit of everything then.
Yes, and we all use, in all of it, we try and use the goodness of sea buckthorn.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So talking about different fruits, in the terms of vitamins, how is sea buckthorn different from the vitamins in other fruits?
So, actually sea buckthorn has a huge amount of vitamins, more than many other common fruit.
Okay.
For example, vitamin C. We have oranges, we have bananas on a daily basis. And in our country, you get during season lovely mangoes. So vitamin C in sea buckthorn is 12 times more than that in oranges.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's quite a big thing.
Right.
It is 69 times more than that in bananas, vitamin C.
Okay.
And 21 times more than in mangoes.
Wow.
Yeah, and 60 times more than in apricots. So there's a huge concentration of vitamin C in sea buckthorn, much more than other normal fruit. And if you come to vitamin E, you have 86 times more vitamin E in sea buckthorn than you have in oranges. So vitamin E, as you know, is very good for skin and hair.
Right.
Yeah. Then bananas, you have in sea buckthorn 34 times more vitamin E than you have in bananas.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have 3 times more vitamin E than you have in mangoes and 4 times more vitamin E than you have in apricots. So vitamin C and E, both very essential vitamins. They are, again, vitamin C is an antioxidant, which again people don't know about. It's nothing but an antioxidant.
Right.
Yeah. So we go to vitamin B2 and B3. In vitamin B2, you have 48 times more vitamin B2 in sea buckthorn than in oranges. Now that's a hell of a lot of times, 48 times. You have 20 times more than bananas. You have 25 times more than mangoes and 36 times more than apricots. Just imagine. And if you go to vitamin B3, the numbers get even higher. 171 times more vitamin B3 in sea buckthorn than in oranges. 102 times more vitamin B3 than in bananas. 117 times more vitamin B3 than in mangoes. And 114 times more vitamin B3 than in apricots.
Wow.
B6, 28 times more than oranges, 3 times more than bananas, 8 times more than mangoes, and 21 times more than apricots. Another point, vitamin B12 is not found in any of these fruits except in sea buckthorn. So that's a huge, huge difference.
Right.
So that's why a small quantity of a small teaspoon has got such a power-packed dose of vitamins that, it impacts you so strongly. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So instead of having an entire
handful of tablets for all the vitamins and minerals, all you need is a spoon of sea buckthorn. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think also throughout our conversation, you mentioned that there has been multiple researches, there have been multiple studies which are done for sea buckthorn to prove the benefits of it. Can you tell me a little more about the scientific studies or the researches that have been done for sea buckthorn?
Yes. So I can start with our own country, India. DRDO has done a lot of research on sea buckthorn. There are many, many scientists all over the country who are doing a lot of research on sea buckthorn, and because of them, we have reached where we have today. But there have been very strong pioneering efforts in Europe. Finland has done a lot of research. Denmark has done research on stem cells, how sea buckthorn impacts positively the stem cells. Then America has done a lot of research. Russia has done a huge amount of research. In fact, they gave the astronauts in the 1980s, they used to give sea buckthorn. Chinese official drink for the Chinese Olympics in 2008 was sea buckthorn. So there's a huge body of research all over the world being done currently on sea buckthorn. There are more than 120 papers on them. Germany and Russia, Mongolia, China, Japan. Korean Medical Journal has got a paper on the benefits of sea buckthorn on COVID. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff on sea buckthorn available.
Okay, so everything that has been discussed, we can say that
it
has
is
been
all
backed by
validated.
science.
It's all validated and backed by science. And we are fortunate to have the data with us and to have the papers with us. Our journey of product development just hasn't happened. Each product has got the complete scientific backing of the research before it is brought out into the market.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question would be that as we discussed, there have been multiple advantages of sea buckthorn and multiple benefits. Would you say that there are any side effects as well to it?
Well, generally speaking, it is not found to be toxic.
Okay.
But I would say that if you are on medication of any kind, you need to consult your doctor or your physician before you take something. It's a normal thing to do. Also, personally, we say that pregnant and nursing women should consult a doctor before taking any supplement as a precaution. And although in the West and Europe, small children are given sea buckthorn when they have a cold, we have on our products said that it's better if children above 12 have it, just to be on the safe side.
Okay, that's great.
That's it. There are otherwise no known side effects of sea buckthorn. Yes, if you are on medication for blood pressure, if you're suffering from low blood pressure, and you are, like I said, if you're on medication, you need to consult your doctor.
Right. Yeah. So not any particular side effect.
No, not no
just
known
for
side
precautionary.
Effects. Precautionary, you need to consult your physician if you're on any drug.
Right. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
So it was so great to have you here, sir. And I had such an insightful conversation with you. I personally learned a lot. And I will be ordering my dosage today, whatever. I think I would convince my entire family to get Sea Buckthorn supplements, in fact. And I really hope that the people who are watching this video, they also learned a lot from it. And Sir mentioned a lot of things, a lot of very common issues, pollution, a lot of common issues which are faced by the female, like PCOD, PCOS. These are all very common problems, I feel, and Sea Buckthorn can be the solution to it. So I'm so happy that I am, with the help of Sir, able to spread that information to you guys. Is there any message, Sir, that you would like to give to our audience?
Well, I think the biggest wealth is our health. And it's something which we take for granted. My only advice is that, don't take your health for granted. In this fast-paced world, it sometimes becomes difficult, because you are on the move, you're grabbing a bite here, grabbing a bite there. So I keep telling all whom I know that have your Sea Buckthorn juice and your Sea Buckthorn seed oil capsule, and then don't bother whether you get a meal or not, because you've got your dose of nutrition anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it was so great talking to you, sir. Thank you so much for coming here and
Thank
speaking
you
to
so
us
much,
and
yeah.
enlightening us with so much information.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure, actually.